So this is a video about this product that I bought on eBay. It's a Chinese Clockspring for a Volkswagen. So it came, I tested it, and it turned on my EPC light and nothing works still. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look inside it and take it apart. Because what I might do is rebuild the old one using the parts from this one. They're sending me another one. So let's get into this. First thing we're gonna do is remove this. This keeps it centered. If you happen to take this off and you mess it up, you can push it all the way over to the side, which would be there. And then if you go one, this should be center, like 2.5. Okay, it looks like the first step is to get the inside ring off, not the outside ring. So there's 3 little thingies in here that you gotta kind of pull up. I guess also before I take this apart, you can see that there's a 0 degree, that's for the steering sensor, and that white plastic thing, the 2 inner white plastic pieces, they're lined up with that. So when we put it back together, that's what we're gonna be looking for. Okay, so what you're gonna wanna do is get a tool like this, and then you can get underneath. Can't see that. You see how that gets under that? So using that tool, I pried up each one, but then it popped on the last one. Let's see what goes on here. So this is a separate piece, and the pins just pop right through. Let's look at how this is set up. So these 3 rings, 1, 2, and then 3, that is what makes this thing stay in the right shape. So you want them to be like equally distanced from each other. You see how they roll it? Let's see. So we got that. Next thing is to pop off this cover, which we already loosened up and should just pop right off. Just comes right off. So we're gonna keep these in order just in case. We have a video, so we don't have to worry about that. So if you look how this attaches, this wire, it has some white lithium grease on it. What I see over here is this thing looks like it pops right up, and then we could remove this whole inner thing. This just pulls right up. You see how that's loose? And then I'm gonna put this into my other one because I think that the only thing that's wrong with mine is this cord. And we're gonna see if that works. So if you look over on this side, it seems to be stuck a little there. So what I think is the case is there's a printed circuit board underneath that we didn't get down to, but if we put this right under here, just a regular screwdriver, do you see that? It popped it up, and this should come off. I said this should come off. There we go. So that goes down into the circuit board underneath. So this is the one out of my car. I'm gonna just swap that part into this part, hopefully. We're gonna see how that goes. This one opens up a little differently. Actually, it's the same in the inside. No, it opens the same. It has one little thing right here that one doesn't have. It's got that. So this is the inside of this one. You can see that there's a lot of kinks in this thing where there could be a break. So we're gonna just pull that out, take that one and put it in, see how it goes. Everything looks the same. So if you notice right over here, this is the problem with it. It's not connected at all. So if we take this off, we should be able to see that's where it connected. So it's a failure at this connection here. Let's take it apart some more. So to pull this out, I turned it all the way to the right so that you can see how this mounts right on there. I think it'll be easiest to put back in that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these three things out. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to lift this up. And there we go. It's been removed. Broken part. Now we're going to insert this new part into there. So we set this one in the same position that this one is in. I'm going to pull the three middle things out, and then we're going to make it the same on here. Okay, so I'm going to remove this in a circle. So it's got that little thing, but I'm going to take it out like this, all in one piece. I moved it over, just took it out, and now I'm going to set this piece first. You can find the holes and it goes straight in like that. Now to set this up, we're going to push it to the wall, and this curls back to there. Let's hope these are the same pieces. They should be. Okay, so that looks sort of right. I didn't mention it, but there's a gear in the bottom of this thing, and you just got to get it into the teeth down there so that it pushes that correctly against the wall. That's not in the right place. We gotta move that over. Let's test it. Next, I tested this so that I moved it all the way to one side and all the way back, and so I centered it. So this is correctly centered. It's like 2 from one side, 2 from the other. It's like 2 1/4. But if you keep it at the top, you'll know. Okay, we're gonna put it back together now. So we're putting this back on. Make sure all those snap together. Then this goes on next. There's 3 little clips. They clip on. And then we have this top ring. You just put that back together. And we're gonna try it now. When you're putting this back together, this is a T15. These 3 screws. So we're putting the one that we rebuilt back in. It's ready to go. When you put this ring back on, you want the wire to be down at the bottom. Notice where that little clip is, right past it. So then it fits in much better. Okay, we're gonna try again. So, what should happen when I hit the button is the horn should definitely work, now that we replaced that. Oh no, the horn still doesn't work. What is going on with this thing? Strange.